In today's society, there is a growing trend to focus on the idea that being skinny and slim is the ideal body type, while curvy women are portrayed as the epitome of beauty. This has led to the belief that curvy women are real women, while skinny women are not. However, this notion is flawed. The word real implies something that actually exists or occurs in fact. It is not something that is imagined or supposed. Therefore, it is incorrect to say that only curvy women are real women. Every woman, regardless of her body type, is a real woman. The same goes for men. The concept of real is not limited to any specific body shape or size. Creating campaigns and movements focused on showing what is real only reinforces the idea that there is a specific standard of beauty that everyone should adhere to. Instead, we should strive to accept and celebrate our differences. Beauty should not be defined by a certain body type, but rather by the uniqueness and individuality of each person. Imagine if the definition of real suddenly shifted to mean being curvy. How would women with naturally skinny body types feel? They would likely feel excluded and marginalized. The same applies to men who are pressured to achieve a certain muscular physique in order to be considered attractive. It is important to recognize that not everyone's body type allows them to conform to societal standards of beauty. As someone with a background in kinesiology, I can attest to the fact that everyone has a unique body type that is determined by genetics and cannot be easily changed. It is unfair to expect individuals to mold their bodies into a certain shape just to fit societal ideals. Instead, we should embrace and appreciate the diversity of body types that exist. The idea that only curvy women are real women is a misconception. Every woman, regardless of her body type, is a real woman. We should focus on accepting and celebrating our differences, rather than adhering to societal standards of beauty. Beauty should not be limited to a specific body shape or size, but should be defined by the unique qualities and individuality of each person. Health considered. When discussing the concept of what a real woman is, it is important to consider the impact of health. While it is crucial to challenge societal norms and embrace diverse body types and appearances, it is equally important to prioritize our physical and mental well-being. First and foremost, it is essential to acknowledge that each individual has the autonomy to make choices about their own health. Whether it is the decision to exercise regularly, eat a balanced diet, or engage in activities that contribute to mental and spiritual well-being, these choices should be made based on personal preferences and what feels right for each person. However, it is crucial to recognize that being healthy is not synonymous with conforming to a specific body type or size. Health is a holistic concept that encompasses physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It is about nourishing our bodies with nutritious food, engaging in regular physical activity, and taking care of our mental health through self-care practices such as meditation or therapy. Moreover, it is important to emphasize that health is not solely determined by external appearances. It is not about fitting into a certain dress size or having a perfectly toned physique. Rather, health is about feeling strong, energized, and confident in our own bodies. It is about finding a balance that works for us individually and allows us to lead fulfilling lives. In today's society, there is often pressure to conform to a certain standard of beauty, which can be detrimental to our mental and physical health. The media bombards us with images of airbrushed and digitally altered models, creating unrealistic expectations of what a real woman should look like. This can lead to body dissatisfaction, low self-esteem, and even the development of eating disorders. It is important to challenge these unrealistic beauty standards and promote body positivity. Real women come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. We should celebrate our differences and embrace diversity. Instead of focusing on achieving a specific body type, we should focus on being the healthiest version of ourselves. This means listening to our bodies and giving them what they need. It means nourishing ourselves with whole, nutritious foods and engaging in physical activity that we enjoy. It means taking care of our mental health by practicing self-care and seeking support when needed. It means treating ourselves with kindness and compassion, and rejecting the notion that our worth is determined by our appearance. By prioritizing our health and well-being, we can lead happier, more fulfilling lives. We can focus on what truly matters: our relationships, our passions, and our personal growth. We can break free from the constraints of societal expectations and define our own versions of what it means to be a real woman. As society's definition of real suddenly shifted to mean being curvy, it would undoubtedly have a significant impact on women with naturally skinny body types. These women would likely feel excluded and marginalized, as they do not fit the new standard of beauty. This sudden change in perception would create a sense of inadequacy and pressure for women who do not naturally possess curvy figures. Similarly, men who are pressured to achieve a certain muscular physique in order to be considered attractive would also feel the effects of this shift. The expectation to conform to a specific body type can lead to feelings of insecurity and self-doubt. It is important to recognize that not everyone's body type allows them to easily conform to societal standards of beauty, and it is unfair to expect individuals to mold their bodies into a certain shape just to fit these ideals. As someone with a background in kinesiology, I can attest to the fact that everyone has a unique body type that is determined by genetics and cannot be easily changed. Our bodies are influenced by a combination of factors such as bone structure, muscle composition, and metabolism. These factors play a significant role in determining our body shape and size. It is unrealistic and harmful to expect individuals to drastically alter their bodies in order to fit into a specific mold. Instead of adhering to narrow societal standards, we should embrace and appreciate the diversity of body types that exist. Each person's body is unique and should be celebrated for its individuality. The idea that only curvy women are real women is a misconception that perpetuates harmful beauty standards. Every woman, regardless of her body type, is a real woman. We should focus on accepting and celebrating our differences, rather than trying to fit into a narrow definition of beauty. Beauty should not be limited to a specific body shape or size. It should be defined by the unique qualities and individuality of each person. True beauty lies in confidence, self-acceptance, and embracing one's own unique features. By shifting our focus away from conforming to societal ideals and towards embracing diversity, we can create a more inclusive and accepting society. It is important to promote body positivity and encourage individuals to love and accept themselves as they are, rather than striving for an unattainable and narrow standard of beauty. In conclusion, if the definition of real suddenly shifted to mean being curvy, it would exclude and marginalize women with naturally skinny body types. It is important to recognize that not everyone's body type allows them to conform to societal standards of beauty. Instead, we should embrace and appreciate the diversity of body types that exist and focus on accepting and celebrating our differences. Beauty should not be limited to a specific body shape or size, but should be defined by the unique qualities and individuality of each person. Real beauty. Makeup has long been ingrained in society as a tool for women to enhance their beauty and conform to certain standards of attractiveness. From a young age, girls are often taught that wearing makeup is a necessary step in their daily routine, almost like putting on clothes or brushing their teeth. This expectation is so deeply rooted that many women feel uncomfortable or even ashamed to go out in public without makeup. But why is this the case? Who decided that women needed to wear makeup in order to be considered beautiful? The truth is, these societal norms and expectations are arbitrary and have been shaped by a patriarchal society that values women primarily for their appearance. It's time to challenge these beliefs and redefine what it means to be beautiful. Going makeup-free is not about rejecting makeup entirely or shaming those who choose to wear it. It's about recognizing that our natural selves are just as beautiful and deserving of love and acceptance. It's about embracing our flaws and imperfections, rather than trying to hide them behind a mask of foundation and concealer. By going makeup-free, we not only free ourselves from the time-consuming and expensive task of putting on makeup every day, but we also free ourselves from the pressure to conform to societal beauty standards. We can reclaim our time, our money, and our self-esteem. We can focus on developing our inner beauty and nurturing our self-confidence. Of course, it's understandable that some women may feel uncomfortable going makeup-free, especially if they have been wearing makeup for years and have become dependent on it for a sense of security. But the key is to start small and gradually build up confidence. Maybe it's going makeup-free on weekends or during a vacation. Maybe it's experimenting with lighter, more natural-looking makeup. The important thing is to take the first step towards embracing our natural beauty. It's also important to remember that going makeup-free doesn't mean neglecting our skincare routines or abandoning self-care altogether. In fact, it can be an opportunity to focus on nourishing and caring for our skin without the need for heavy makeup products. We can invest in quality skincare products, eat a healthy diet, and practice good hygiene to maintain a glowing complexion. Ultimately, the decision to wear makeup or go makeup-free should be a personal choice, free from societal pressures and expectations. It's about embracing our individuality and celebrating our unique features. Whether we choose to wear makeup or not, we should never feel obligated to do so in order to fit into a narrow definition of beauty. Let's break free from these constraints and redefine beauty on our own terms. Let's delve deeper into the concept of embracing our natural selves and challenging society's unrealistic beauty standards. In today's world, the media bombards us with images of flawless models and celebrities, setting an unattainable standard of beauty. This constant exposure to perfection can leave us feeling inadequate and constantly striving for an unattainable ideal. However, by embracing our natural selves, we are taking a stand against this harmful narrative. We are reclaiming our power and rejecting the notion that our worth is solely determined by our physical appearance. Instead, we are choosing to focus on our inner qualities, our talents, and our unique personalities. Embracing our natural selves means accepting and celebrating our flaws and imperfections. It means recognizing that these so-called flaws are what make us human and beautiful in our own unique way. Whether it's a birthmark, freckles, or a scar, these are the marks that tell our stories and make us who we are. By embracing our natural selves, we are also challenging the gender norms and expectations that society imposes on us. Men, just like women, can feel self-conscious about their looks and feel the pressure to hide their flaws. They are also subjected to unrealistic beauty standards, such as having a chiseled physique or a full head of hair. By embracing their natural selves, men can redefine what it means to be masculine and challenge the narrow definitions of beauty that society has set. Imagine a world where everyone feels comfortable and confident in their own skin. A world where we can walk out of our houses without feeling the need to hide behind layers of makeup or hide our insecurities. This world is possible if we collectively embrace our natural selves and reject the idea that we need to conform to a certain standard of beauty. It's important to remember that embracing our natural selves does not mean neglecting self-care or personal grooming. It means finding a balance between taking care of ourselves and accepting ourselves as we are. It means prioritizing our mental and emotional well-being over societal expectations. So let's celebrate our unique features, our flaws, and our natural beauty. Let's redefine what it means to be beautiful and create a world where everyone feels comfortable and confident in their own skin. Let's encourage and support each other in embracing our natural selves and breaking free from the shackles of unrealistic beauty standards. Together, we can create a more inclusive and accepting world where everyone is celebrated for who they truly are. When we have a strong sense of self-acceptance and confidence, our physical appearance becomes less of a priority for both ourselves and others. This is because we are projecting a new energy that is not solely focused on external appearances. Instead, we radiate a sense of self-assurance and contentment that is not dependent on how we look. However, it is worth exploring the idea that dressing up nicely and looking good can make us feel good about ourselves. It is true that when we put effort into our appearance and present ourselves in a way that we find pleasing, it can boost our self-esteem. But we need to ask ourselves why this is the case. Why do we feel the need to rely on external factors to validate our self-worth? The fact that dressing up and looking good is often associated with feeling good about ourselves reveals a deeper truth about our society and the importance we place on appearance. It suggests that we have been conditioned to believe that our worth is tied to how we look, and that we need external validation to feel good about ourselves. This societal pressure to conform to certain beauty standards can be detrimental to our mental health and overall well-being. It creates a constant need for validation and can lead to feelings of insecurity and low self-esteem. When we believe that our worth is solely based on our physical appearance, we are setting ourselves up for disappointment and dissatisfaction. Instead of relying on external validation, we should focus on cultivating a strong sense of self-worth that is not dependent on how we look. This can be done through self-acceptance, self-love, and embracing our unique qualities and strengths. When we prioritize our inner qualities and personal growth, our physical appearance becomes less important. Of course, there is nothing wrong with wanting to look good and taking care of our physical appearance. It is natural to want to present ourselves in a way that makes us feel confident and comfortable. However, it is important to remember that our worth as individuals goes beyond our physical appearance. When we have a strong sense of self-acceptance and confidence, we can appreciate and celebrate our physical appearance without relying on it for validation. We can dress up and present ourselves in a way that makes us feel good, but it is not the sole source of our self-worth. Ultimately, true self-acceptance and confidence come from within. It is about recognizing and embracing our unique qualities and strengths, and not allowing societal pressures to define our worth. When we prioritize our inner growth and well-being, our physical appearance becomes less important, and we can truly radiate a sense of self-assurance and contentment that is not dependent on how we look. It is important to note that there is nothing inherently wrong with dressing up and taking care of our appearance. It can be a form of self-expression and a way to enhance our confidence. However, it becomes problematic when it becomes a means to seek approval from others or to fill a void within ourselves. When we rely on external validation for our self-worth, we are constantly seeking the approval of others. This can lead to a never-ending cycle of trying to please everyone else and neglecting our own needs and desires. We may feel pressured to conform to societal standards of beauty or fashion, constantly comparing ourselves to others and feeling inadequate if we don't measure up. Additionally, using appearance as a way to fill a void within ourselves can be a dangerous path. We may believe that if we look a certain way or dress a certain way, we will feel better about ourselves. However, this mindset is based on the false notion that our worth is solely determined by our appearance. It overlooks the importance of inner qualities such as kindness, intelligence, and compassion. Furthermore, placing too much emphasis on our appearance can lead to an unhealthy obsession with our physical appearance. This can manifest in various ways, such as excessive dieting, exercising, or even resorting to cosmetic procedures. These behaviors can have detrimental effects on our mental and physical well-being, as they often stem from a deep dissatisfaction with ourselves. Instead of relying on external validation or using appearance as a means to fill a void, it is important to cultivate a sense of self-worth that is independent of our physical appearance. This involves recognizing and appreciating our inner qualities and strengths, and valuing ourselves for who we are as individuals. It means embracing our uniqueness and celebrating our imperfections. Taking care of our appearance can still be a part of our self-care routine, but it should be done from a place of self-love and self-acceptance, rather than seeking validation from others. When we dress up and present ourselves in a way that makes us feel good, it can boost our confidence and enhance our overall well-being. However, it should never be the sole determinant of our self-worth or the primary source of our happiness. When we dress up from a place of self-acceptance and self-love, it allows us to truly express ourselves. Our choice of clothing becomes a reflection of our personality, our mood, and our unique sense of style. It becomes a form of self-expression, a way to communicate who we are without saying a word. Whether we choose to wear bold and vibrant colors, or opt for a more minimalist and understated look, it is all a part of our personal journey of self-discovery and self-expression. Dressing up in this way also allows us to tap into our creativity. It gives us the opportunity to experiment with different styles, textures, and patterns, and to create our own unique fashion statements. We can mix and match different pieces, play with accessories, and create outfits that are truly one of a kind. In doing so, we are not only expressing our individuality, but also celebrating the beauty and diversity of the world around us. Moreover, when we dress up for ourselves, we are not seeking validation or approval from others. We are not trying to fit into a specific mold or meet society's expectations. Instead, We are embracing our own unique beauty and celebrating our own worth. We are acknowledging that we are worthy of love, respect, and admiration, regardless of how we look or what we wear. In a world that often places so much emphasis on external appearance, it can be easy to lose sight of our inner qualities. We may become consumed with the idea of looking a certain way or adhering to certain beauty standards. However, when we shift our focus from appearance to inner qualities, we begin to recognize the true essence of our being. Kindness, compassion, intelligence, and resilience are just a few of the many qualities that make us who we are. These qualities are not dependent on how we look or what we wear, but rather on the depth of our character and the way we interact with the world around us. When we prioritize these inner qualities, we begin to radiate a genuine confidence and self-assurance that is not easily shaken by external judgments or opinions. By dressing up for ourselves, we are also sending a powerful message to others. We are showing them that we value ourselves and that we deserve to be treated with love and respect. We are setting an example for others to embrace their own unique qualities and to celebrate their own worth. In doing so, we are creating a culture of self-acceptance and self-love that extends far beyond the realm of fashion.